for the numbers for the come up with a bid, or is that something?
No, it's already. I mean, once
somebody else altogether.
Yeah,
has
once
done the takeoff, done a bid, and said this is our price. And
yeah, right.
So it's already been bid, and contracts are signed by the time you get the plan.
Right.
It's time to start thinking about layout.
Yeah, right. I don't spend any time on anything until it's ours. So then once it's our job, then we take the deeper dive into the plans and, start looking for the smaller things that you wouldn't catch in a takeoff, like just making sure that you have all the dimensions that you need to spot doors, windows, and walls. If there's missing things, I get that RFI out. Next thing I do is try to get rough openings.
And RFI, for the purposes of elucidation for my students, is request for information. And a request for information is it's a formal thing. So it's not just, hey, I'm calling you up and asking you a question.
Right.
And you're answering it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but you remember you said we could do it like this.
Right.
No, a request for information, RFI, is always written. It always goes to an engineer or architect or somebody, and the copies go to other people. So
sure.
There's a file of all these
right.
changes, and not so much changes, not always changes, just
confirmation or clarification.
Yep, clarifications.
Right.
Exactly. For request for information, clarifies, sometimes it changes, but yeah, super important. And super important that all that stuff is documented too.
Yeah, so
because the changes are what's
right. Our old layout guy was Louis Rose, and his thing was always like, it's all a rumor until it's in writing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Say that again, please.
It's all a rumor until it's in writing.
Nice. Yeah.
And so it's kind of breaks the ice too when you're asking somebody like, just I just need you to email me back or something.
And they say, oh, come on.
Right.
Yeah. It's all a rumor until it's written.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great. So, okay, you studied the plans.
Right. Get the RFIs out. Gather the information you need.
You didn't have.
Right. Make sure that you have everything you need.
You do have too.
Right. And then start making material lists.
And that's on you.
Yeah.
So this job, which is the contracts are signed, Gordon Fiano's got the job.
Right.
Then it goes basically to you to start familiarizing yourself with the plan so you can start making material lists.
Yeah, so if we need any submittals sent in for architect, engineer, general contractor, I get all the product data that we're going to be submitting on, whether it's engineered wood or treated material or whatever it is, send in the submittals and make all the cut lists and order everything and try to get it here ahead of time.
And a submittal, explain that please.
A submittal is you're submitting on the product that you plan to use or that the plan is specifying for, and you're either asking for an alternate product substitution or you're submitting with the product that was on the plan.
Just an okay. So
right.
An actual physical submittal, this is the product that's called in the plans, or this is the alternate that we want to use.
Right.
And you got to get somebody to
say that's okay.
Okay.
Right.
And that's usually the architect.
Architect, engineer,
Or the engineer,
right.
Or in some cases, if it's finished, it's the
owner.
It's the owner.
Right. So, like on this job, we had a submittal for the floor package, which is the engineered wood and the beams, and that came with a layout sheet, and so they could look and go, okay, you're using this type of joist in this area. That's right. This beam here, and you know, they're just making sure that you are getting the right product that the job needs. And then this has roof trusses, so that's another submittal. They go and check the engineering and truss spacing and pitch and that kind of thing.
And all the joists are engineered TGI type?
I-joist, yeah. Yep.
It's pretty much the standard these days.
Yep.
Why not engineered joist? I
mean, yeah, they're way straighter. You can.
They got knockouts.
Right, you can get them 40 feet long.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah, you don't have to crown them.
Right.
You do crown them, but you don't have to crown them.
Yeah.
Generally, like you do a piece of wood.
Right.
What else can you tell us about this particular job? Now that we're standing on this job, we'll pan this job, and we want to see the plans of this job too. And you say you got the plans.
I have a detail sheet that I've got here. This is the only physical page I really have.
No, so this training page is the page you got.
So this is just my notes of how we're gonna build it. So when I
Will you look at that? So where are we standing right now?
we are right.
Or are we over here? Is that north?
Yeah, we are over here. Yep, we're turned around. So we are right. That
Right there.
step up in the concrete is right behind us,
Step
and
up
here's this
there.
curb right behind you.
So behind us, that plan we just focused on is, oops, lost. So right there is, right. Wow. So this is the engineering frame plan.
This is just this was a curb plan actually, so it didn't have a lot of writing on it, so I could put all my own notes on there without trying to look at all the architectural notes or structural notes at the same time.
This is Kirkhart's.
Tom Hume, and I'm not sure Design Arc.
Human, it's Kirkhart. Human Kirkhart, I think. Isn't it?
No, just Tom. Tom Hume is the engineer.
Oh, for the engineer, but Design Arc.
Oh,
These guys are right around the corner from my house. So, anyway. So point out some stuff on this plan.
so all the stuff I have in red is dimensions. Green would be openings.
So the red.
All the red numbers,
So like for instance, this call out right here, this 4'4".
right?
What is that? Center to center of.
Some center of window to a double stud that's going to be supporting a girder truss in the roof.
Huh. That's pretty clearly laid out. Your numbers are also not ambiguous in any way, shape, or form. They're really easy to read. That helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no mistaking that 7 for anything else. That's good, Trevor. So this is really what you're using. Now this is just for plating. This is for plating.
This is plating and detailing.
Yeah, plating and detailing this first floor.
Right, yeah.
And then you're going to be using elevations and other things for.
Yeah, I mean, so I've really figured, that's already been figured really, and it's all in here.
And is all the roof for trusses? You're going to have.
This is all roof trusses, yeah.
So you won't be framing any trusses.
Right.
You'll just be installing them.
Correct.
After the crane has lifted them up there. Nailing them down. Do you guys do any hand nailing?
Some.
Tack and stuff?
Yeah,
like
so
that?
I mean, like,
With this Death Star, look at that.
with,
Oh my God, that is.
where we have like 3x bottom plate, yeah, we'll
so
have
light.
hand drives,
Is
titanium.
it titanium?
Yeah,
16 ounce?
yeah.
Ah, it's really cool.
So the 3x plate, we'll nail that through the bottom with hand drives.
Right. Okay.
But no, not a whole bunch of hand driving going on.
So what you're not using a 3.5-inch nail? What are you using?
A 20.
20 pennies.
Yeah, a hot dip 20.
Yeah, and it all has to be galvanized now, right?
Yeah, anything in the treated plate's galvanized. So we have galvanized gun